I can't be fake and dishonest यार, वो बहुत tiring. It's too exhausting to be somebody you're not. 9 साल कहाँ नकाब पहन के बैठूंगा यार? Where I'll sit with you every time and put on that thing of being a certain way. I'm like this. I'm rough around the edges. I'm not perfect, and I'm pretty okay with it. I'm not trying to fight for my bread and butter right now. I'm also enjoying being where I am in life. I have a fear of loss because I've lost my grandparents, I've lost my mother, I've lost a lot in life in a shorter period of time. So I feel don't emotionally get attached because koi na kabhi chale jaye. You can't at 12 at night enter somebody's house shouting, "Ah, ah, 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 ah." Other people will complain, naam hamara kharab hota hai.
Hello everyone, my name is Rujani. I hope you're in your house safe and your friends and family are healthy too. And today, my guest is an actor who's quite cool on and off screen. I don't know, I think over the years, you've become even calm. Of course, when you're younger, you're more reactive and whatever. But
Yeah.
how have you reached the Zen mode, Arjun? This is never you.
I'm not Zen. Actually, what happened is I've stopped taking things to heart. I get less emotional and I'm a little more practical about it. So let me put it this way. When I started out, I was a little more closed because that is my personality. I don't always open myself up completely. So when I met anybody from your field or you included, it was always that I have to keep my guard up because I had been conditioned to believe that you do not give a part of you away that is there for the big screen. You just put yourself out there. Then your conditioning changes because you realize social media now exists. You have to make yourself available. You realize people care about how you are in your personal life, how you conduct yourself. You have to interact more with your fans. You will be connecting more with the media on a regular basis because you have to market films. So marketing was a very new thought at that point in time. So you resist change. And I also came from a very volatile space in my personal life at that point in time. I just lost a parent. I lost my mom. So I was not interested in dastur and behavioral patterns and how to be. There are a lot of emotions in you. Yeah, your film is coming. You've lost your parent. Your film does well. You have nobody to share it with. You're getting more work, and you feel okay. Let me just focus on that, and I don't need to justify how I behave to anybody. And I'm going to be a certain way. So you put your head down and you work, and then better sense prevails over a little bit of time. People tell you your near and dear ones. I have my wonderful team at YRF who has always indulged my mood swings and the way I am, and they've kind of explained to me that you don't need to be so volatile. You can actually take the media into account and make them feel human and make them feel comfortable, and they will give you a certain amount of connect. And therefore, you reach a journey of 9 years where today you yourself are saying you were a certain way, today you are a certain. There are many more who's changed their opinion about me. It's also because I smile a little bit more. I joke around a little bit more. I've done the roast and I've ended up doing films that also take away the attention from being this action-oriented guy. Imagery has changed. I've grown older. You get a little more calmer. And in general, like I said, it's just I'm grateful I've survived 9 years. I'm not trying to fight for my bread and butter right now. I'm also enjoying being where I am in life. So that also reflects in the way you conduct yourself.
Even 9 years back, you are honest. So that is something that has not changed, and I'm very glad. That honesty, though, it's very difficult in a field like this. Also, you are very self-aware, which I feel has contributed to who you are today, because actors are surrounded by people who rarely tell them to be be yourself, or rarely even look at if you're doing things wrong. Is that, do you agree with me? Do you think the fact that being self-aware, self-critical, forget the world, has actually contributed and helped you grow better as an actor and a movie, right?
Yeah, and see, listen, I hail from a film family, so we look at cinema as life, So we really take our profession with a lot of regard and respect. So when we are honest, it is to make better films. And I've seen a lot of highs and lows before I became an actor. It's maybe one of the other advantages that hailing from the film industry has. I will not deny it, that you've seen the highs and lows of hits and flops. So you learn to take the profession seriously, not take yourself too seriously. Because एक Friday आप भगवान हो, दूसरे Friday आपको कोई पूछ नहीं रहा. I've seen that. I've seen my father give big successes and big failures. I've seen my uncles go through that. I've seen it all around me. Before me, Sonam had to go through a bit of a career before I became an actor. So I'd seen enough to know that, भाई, इतना seriously लेने की जरूरत नहीं कि भाई तो अब star हूँ, I don't need to listen to anybody and nobody knows anything, I'm the best. You need to evolve, you need to learn, you need to listen. Being honest, I think, it comes from the fact that I don't listen to people also. I internalize and I understand things for myself. तो जब लोग ज्यादा तारीफ करते हैं तो मैं ऐसे ही डर जाता हूँ. मेरी प्रॉब्लम है, I'm too self-aware. and I'm constantly finding faults within myself. And now that is a problem because you have to love yourself also.
Yeah.
अभी 6-8 साल हो गए, अब थोड़ा प्यार देता हूँ अपने आप को. पिछले 2 साल में मैंने फैसला किया, I will give myself love and credit for what I've achieved. So I'm a very self-critical person by nature. Self-aware से ज्यादा self-critical हूँ. तो and I overcompensate with my honesty because I know you might tread the path of answering a question indirectly. मैं उसका direct जवाब दे देता हूँ to simplify the unnecessary air becomes heavy. You know कि आप पूछ रहे हो लेकिन आप नहीं पूछना चाहते उस तरीके से. मैं जवाब दे रहा हूँ, सीधा बोल दो ना यार. हाँ, पिछली वाली नहीं चली थी, अगली वाली चलेगी. पिछले में लोगों को काम नहीं पसंद आया था, आगे में आएगा. It's Friday to Friday. What's the big deal? Every superstar, like I told you last time, has phases. You just have to be honest about it yourself. You're given a flop, you'll give a hit. I can't be fake and dishonest. यार वो बहुत tiring. It's too exhausting to be somebody you're not. 9 साल कहाँ नकाब पहन के बैठूंगा यार. Where I'll sit with you every time and put on that thing of being a certain way. I'm like this. I'm rough around the edges. I'm not perfect, and I'm pretty okay with it.
You also become this right person to take advice from all from your siblings or anybody who's trying to enter the industry. I remember I saw I saw you in that episode, right, of Fabulous Lives, and I was like,
Yes.
so my point is that when your siblings coming, like Shania came in, as a brother, do you give them like the honest truth? Also, I'm surprised you're getting styling credits. What has happened to the world today?
No, I bought her that because when her film announcement came out, I just wrote her a note and I sent it. I said, I hope you go to readings feeling that you have a smile on your face, because that has a smiley. It was just one of those. And I know that brand Drew is loved by, I love it. I know she also loves it. It's a young. वो styling credit मुझे इसलिए मिला क्योंकि मैंने तोहफा दिया. But yeah, they're quite smart as it is. They've got enough people around to give them good advice. If she comes to me or if we are talking in conversation, she's a good listener. Much like Janvi is, much like Khushi is, much like Anshula is. They're pretty sorted people in their own self, but they're also willing to listen. So whenever I can give my 2 cents, I do. When it came to that show, like I said, I don't like bullshit. So I had to say the truth here that we come from a place of privilege. So it's okay. Take the flag sometimes. Just keep doing good work and it evens itself out at some point in time. But work bloody hard for what you do and you need to be able to speak the language and feel the emotion. Be authentic in front of the camera and at some point you'll connect with the audience. That's the simplification of it. Right now it sounds very easy, but I was just talking from that point of view to Mahib that listen, give the basic structure to Shania and let her figure it out.
Arjun, Sardar Ka grandson also is in a very cute way representing the typical Punjabi large family, which you've always said is your family, right? Do you think having people like this, who of course it might be creative, but are this family and a part of family who are so
of course,
kind of owning up who they are all the time.
And each family, I mean, if you see films across the world, when you see family films, each character is different. That's the thing. In your own family, you will not find two people that are the same.
Correct.
Sanjay is different from Anil. My dad is different from both of them. My Pua is different from all three of them. But सब अपने आप में कैरेक्टर होते हैं. पंजाबियों का की आदत ये होती है कैरेक्टर आपको बहुत जल्दी दिख जाता है. It's like you wear the heart on your sleeve every day when you show up to people and surroundings. There is a boisterous nature and there is a certain amount of हम ऐसे ही हैं.
Correct. Exactly.
But my family is full total siapa as we call it. And it is chaos when we are together. As individuals, all of us, I think, I would like to believe we've always been sane people with a little bit of insanity in us because we are creative, artistic people. So what happens is we are absolutely mature, sorted people, but we are also spoiled brats and kids when it comes to our profession because we are whimsical about our processes and the way we are. And my belief system, I will always tell Sonam, I feel this is the right. She will always tell Anil Jaju, I feel this is because we are also in existence and successful because we have followed certain. But I have also learned from them. So when Anil Jaju is talking, I do listen. When Sanjay is telling me things, I do listen. When my dad and me have an argument about what I feel or what he feels, whether it is Sardar Ka grandson or even about what t-shirt I wore and went to the dentist, he might have an issue with me wearing chappals. I will still listen. But I will not always agree. Because I keep telling him these chappals now become cool. You used to make fun of me 10 years back saying chappal पहन के मत जाओ बाहर. आज दुनिया के सबसे अमीर लोग चप्पल पहन के घूमते रहते हैं आजकल.
That is true.
तो आप सुनो सबकी करो अपनी हमारी फैमिली की और मेरी भी यही philosophy है eventually. We like listening to each other, but we are quite self-sufficient in our thought process. But it's fun. It's fun to have all these people around because at some point subconsciously आप कुछ ना कुछ तो उठा ही लेते हैं उनसे. तो अनिल कपूर का self confidence अगर मैं थोड़ा सा खा लूं, so I think it's good for me if I can use that to my advantage from time to time. Sanjay's sense of humor, I use that from time to time. Sonam's ability to speak the truth is something I correlate to. Ria's ability to be so aesthetically sound and be a forward-thinking woman, I absorb that and I say, "Yaar, meri behan aisi hai." That is a good sign. I can also encourage when I look at material. It all comes, but not forcefully. It just happens.
You mentioned Paps, and I must say that you always, I said, you use your straight face to your advantage. Even when you're about to crack a joke, you have a straight face. Now that you have a mask on, I think even if you look at them and tell them that, hey, don't take a picture.
I don't know why people get intimidated so much. I can't help it. I have these droopy eyes and this deadpan expression. So now if you put a mask to it, maybe it does scare people. I don't know. It's not supposed to. That's not the intent.
Arjun Kapoor ne kiya gussa Paps pe aisa nahi hota.
No, I do feel, I appreciate that what they're doing is trying to make their livelihood, and I'm always in full acknowledgement. Whenever I can, I will post for them because it helps them sell pictures and make their day in that sense. And they have learned over a course of time to maintain boundaries and distance, and they're also respectful. And now we have that equation today. When I tell them, "Yaar, aaj mat lo photo," they understand it. It is not that they don't. And if they take a photo also, if tomorrow we feel that it is not like film ki look mein le liya, hum bol sakte yaar film ki look hai. They'll not post it. Aisa nahi hai that they're not understanding. But there are once or twice where they don't realize and they cross the line. I feel as an elder brother or as a friend, I tell them, "Arey yaar, you can't do this, boss. You can't at 12 at night enter somebody's house shouting, ah, 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 ah." Other people will complain, naam hamara kharab hota hai. It's as simple as that. So why do you want to do that? And that's the only time I really react to them. They're actually quite chill. But intimidating is never the thought. I think my straightforwardness sometimes comes across that way because I sound and look like that. But I swear to you, it is never meant to intimidate people. ना अब मैं क्या करूँ? मैं ऐसा दिखता हूँ मास्क के साथ या मास्क के बिना, मैं ऐसा ही हूँ. अब मैं क्या करूँ यार? एक्चुअली वो अपनेपन में ज्यादा रिएक्ट करता हूँ. मुझे जब मुझे सब वो बंदे अपने लगते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं मैं थोड़ा ज्यादा बोल जाता हूँ. फिर मैं माफी भी मांगता हूँ उनसे. ऐसा नहीं है, वो हमारा है, चलते रहता है और वो जिंदगी भर चलेगा. ये जो लड़के लोग हैं, they're always around, they're always very decent that way. So they're allowed to make mistakes. I'm allowed to make mistakes. It's an equation that you form over a course of years.
When you enter in this industry, you watched people, heroes as people who are bashing stuff and are angry and there is this certain kind of machoism or masculinity that is celebrated on screen. It's also pressure, which I know you started off with Rishabh Sardis, so you know what I'm talking about, right? Obviously, now with your film choices, whether it comes to Ek Villain 2, it'll probably go back into that territory again, which is why I'm asking this question. But you kind of found out the balance as well. You've done when I look at your films and your filmography, I don't see as someone who is overtly trying to portray masculinity on screen, and you're okay with being that vulnerable character, which is a great thing. Tell me, was that a struggle to maintain this balance? Because I'm sure you've been told that, right? Like, oh, maar dhar zyada karo, pick those films.
Yeah. I still get told that. आपकी इमेज को सूट करता है तो और ये आपके इमेज से हटके है, तो I get told that from time to time that you should do certain things and not do certain things. But like I said, सुनो सबकी करो अपनी. It's pretty simple. So it's not that difficult to make up your mind and follow your gut. I know what you're saying, but you have to understand, I never as an actor came here to be caught in a trapping. I never came to become a type of actor and do a type of films. That was never the decision. It was always to explore all kinds of material, all kinds of directors, all kinds of work, do all kinds of films, and then somewhere reach a journey where you kind of enjoy this a bit more or that a bit more. The first few years I was put in that trap by people because they enjoyed watching me doing action. Then I did Two States and Kiyan Ka and Half Girlfriend. They enjoyed the romantic side of me and the softer side of me also. I've been lucky. I've been able to dabble in both without the fear of losing one aspect over the other. I do not feel by me doing a Sardar Ka Grandson, I lose my masculinity, that I can't do a villain well. I've never had that thought process, and I don't feel I'll be slotted into that I can't come back into this. I've been able to jump around and flip around at ease and at my will. I enjoy both aspects. I am not that angry action macho hero by nature, by personality, but I look good doing it. People like watching me like that, and I feel that there is a certain amount of, what do you call it, style and personality, and you get to play to the gallery, and there's a swag and there's an attitude because I don't have that in my personal life, I enjoy doing that because that's performance, that's playing to the gallery, and that's great. Um, this side is a bit more internal. That's more external. This side is a bit more internal. So when I say yes to two states, Kian ka, Sardar ka grandson, these are all choices that come from my culture, my upbringing, my thought process, my emotional beliefs, my excitement to showcase a story about women working and a man helping a woman, or about a broken family and a boy suffering because of it and not able to really go through his love story properly, or fulfilling a grandmother's wish. These are all personal connects that I find. So it's not so much about the trapping कि तुम soft, romantic, vulnerable हो जाओ या तुम intense action हो जाओ. It's about feeling. There are times where I want to play to the gallery. That's why I'm doing a villain, and I did a Panipat also for that.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think a Sardar ka grandson gives me the leeway to explore my feminine side, perhaps. I don't mind crying. I don't mind shedding a tear. I don't mind being a mumbling, jumbling buffoon, this oversmart idiot that I get to play. This coming of age story of Amrik for me was as personal as it can be, as much as fun as Gunde was dancing on Tune Mari Entry and trying to impress Priyanka Chopra. I enjoy both facets of it.
Tell me, have you, when you do characters like this, are you also thinking about how you look at your personal life? You've done many characters like this. You know what? Where those personal conflicts are so similar and familiar in your own personal life when you are dating someone or something like that. Tell me,
So
does that come across? And have you kind of, when you see your character grow, does this also in your way remind you of how your personal journey has been also, like as somebody, as a partner?
yeah, I think when I was younger, I was far more frivolous in my thought process. I didn't want to be bound and I didn't want to be answerable. And I was a certain way. And with age, you get maturity. In Amrik's case, it's not age, it's the circumstance and what he goes through.
Correct.
When the film begins, it's a very unique film. It starts with a couple breaking up, and then the breakup starts joking around, and he kind of gives it off to us saying, "This is the way I am, take it or leave it." And I'm certain all of us have said it. It's not only me. I'm sure even you said it to somebody at some point,
Yeah.
saying, "मैं ऐसी ही हूँ, भाई यही हूँ मैं, take it or leave it." We've all had that point of frustration where people don't seem to be getting that you are like this, and you don't want to change for another person. I've been through that phase also in life where I couldn't change for somebody or I didn't want to change. Sometimes I thought, yeah, if somebody loves you or likes you, they should accept you for exactly the way you are. But life is a little more complex. You have to meet midway. And that you only realize when you are ready to realize it, when you're ready to learn in relationships. That is not something मैं आज philosophy झाड़ दूंगा जिस आदमी को नहीं समझना और नहीं महसूस करना वो नहीं करेगा. जब उसका टाइम आएगा वो तब करेगा. और जब कोई मुझे बताएगा मैं नहीं सुनूंगा बिकॉज मुझे पता है मुझे उस वक्त क्या चाहिए. वो सही है गलत है दैट इज रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव. आप सोच सकते हो जिंदगी भर सही किया गलत किया पर उस टाइम पे आपको सही लगा तो आपने वैसे बिहेव किया. कमिंग ऑफ एज for me happened over a course of many years because I had my career took precedence. I didn't want to be bound. I have a fear of losing. Therefore, commitment is an issue. It's a very personal thing, and it's something that I've analyzed and studied and understood by speaking to people and speaking to experts about why I had a commitment issue. They call it commitment phobic. I was not phobic of commitments. I have a fear of loss because I've lost my grandparents, I've lost my mother, I've lost a lot in life in a shorter period of time. So I feel don't emotionally get attached because कोई ना कभी चले जाएगा. So that, but now I've grown up to be mature enough to say, no, that जो होगा now. You become a little more sensible and you see life differently.
I'd like to say right now, he's stepping on the ideal boyfriend grounds very well because I have like has literally told me that humor is something that you guys can take from. So I want to put it out there, just in people thinking, oh, commitment phobia and all of that. So I wanted to put it out there. Take inspiration.
Now that phase is long gone now. I'm just in a happy place and I'm just grateful for what I have. That's it.
I saw it. I know you used to always get along with Seth, but I want to, I want to know what must be the atmosphere at Booth Police when you'll be shooting, because he is again extremely sarcastic, extremely witty, and I'm sure that on that ground it must have been so much fun for you as well.
I never thought I would find a funnier person on a set than me. In the sense, on set I like to ease the environment by cracking jokes, but I used to look forward to going to Booth Police's shoot because I knew Saif with his bizarre one-liners. That man is so off that he's on. He thinks of things and he perceives things. He's a genius. That man is a genius who has fleeting moments of absolute surety and then unsurety, and that just creates so much of humor. He'll say something and then he'll be like, So you,
You're mimicking
you know,
Saif now.
yeah.
That's how much you know Arjun Kapoor likes someone, by the way.
I love Saif, and he's so much fun to be around. What a fantastic actor! I mean, I'm just so happy I chose to do that film because comedy is not something that I've done a lot of. The Sardar Ka Grandson makes you smile, but it's not comedy per se. It's not written to make you laugh every step of the way. And to do Bhoot Police for me and to play his brother, it's just there's a certain amount of banter that you need ease to create. That man is just he's so good. He takes each line seriously and he respects his script and the craft so much. And he's such a prime example of Der Hai Durust Hai. I think the things that have fallen into his place for him to be the way he is today, he's just finessed his craft so much. It used to just be a blast watching him because I would laugh in the middle of the take sometimes. He's just so much fun to be around, and his humor, he's wicked. He's wicked with his humor. He'll hit the spot when it comes to catching out somebody, one of the assistants or somebody, and then he's got his mood swings also that happen, and then he'll come and hug you and say, he does. So he's absolutely mad. He's absolutely mad. Like there is nobody like Saif. He's so bloody unique. He's been a blast to work with. I'm missing him. Actually, I'm going to message him now. He's the most random person with messages. Also, he'll suddenly message me. That day he messaged me. "Arey, I saw a video of you and Rakul on Instagram. I love the glasses." It's the most abstract message to get from your co-actor.
Listen, also he's not on Instagram, and so stalking through Kareena means you're doing something.
Bebo.
You.
Yeah, Bebo. They are very fond of me, so they're up to date with whatever I'm doing in my life.
You're
They
okay.
both are partial to me.
Arjun, I always make a heart. Maybe people see you with this making a heart or something, they find you less interesting.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should just keep smiling even through the mask. They'll catch on to it at some point.
Yeah, maybe you can try one of those with the lips.
Yeah, no, that might look scary. I'll just try and soften my eyes now when I meet people. That's
Like
it.
serial killer vibes.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. We'll save that for the films.
Thank you, Arjun. Lots of love to you, and you take care.